news, today's news.
Anger and anguish in Israel. Protests have been very large. Marines attacked in Turkey.
They surrounded the service members and attempted to put a sack over their heads.
U.S. seizes Maduro aircraft.
It's been utilized for a lot of official business for Venezuelan government.
Good morning, I'm Steve Cason. With the CBS World News Roundup, grief is fueling outrage in Israel after the killing of 6 hostages in Gaza, including an American citizen, as pressure mounts on the government to reach a deal with Hamas. Here's CBS's Imtiaz Tayeb.
The grief and anger is raw and unforgiving. As tens of thousands of Israelis took to the streets for a second night to demand Prime Minister Netanyahu bring an end to the war in Gaza and free the remaining captives.
He's ruining the country. He divides us in order to keep his control.
In what appeared to be a rare act of contrition, Netanyahu addressed the nation, asking for forgiveness. But his tone quickly shifted, saying he would not give in to pressure, and in what some are describing as a lecture, insisted Israel must retain control of the Philadelphia corridor, a narrow strip of land along Gaza's southern border with Egypt.
2 U.S. Marines sent to Turkey in the effort to protect Israel came under attack by a mob yesterday. CBS's Holly Williams has more.
Video of the incident shows a group of men forcing a bag over the head of one of the Marines and chanting, "Yankee, go home." Those men are apparently members of the Turkish Youth Union, a small nationalist anti-American organization. The group posted the video online, writing, "U.S. soldiers who have the blood of thousands of Palestinians on their hands cannot defile our country." Now, the U.S. military says the Marines were not injured and are now back on board their ship, and Turkish authorities say they've detained 15 people in connection with the assault.
Ukraine's President Zelensky says 2 Russian ballistic missiles hit a military training facility and nearby hospital in his country, killing more than 40 and injuring nearly 200 others. Here at home, Vice President Harris campaigned yesterday with President Biden for the first time since she replaced him at the top of the Democratic presidential ticket. CBS's Ed O'Keefe reports it was a bid to get the support of unionized workers in Pittsburgh.
Are you ready to elect Kamala Harris our next president of the United States?
President Biden passing the torch on Monday in Pennsylvania, urging union voters to stand with Vice President Harris.
I promise you, if you elect Kamala Harris as president, will be the best president you will have ever made.
The appearance capped a full day of campaigning for Harris, who visited Detroit and Pittsburgh, 2 of the biggest centers of organized labor.
Oh, it's good to be in the House of Labor.
Notably absent from the trail, former President Donald Trump and his running mate, J.D. Vance. But in an interview that aired over the weekend, he continued to claim his various legal battles affecting his chances.
You get indicted for interfering with a presidential election where you have every right to do it. You get indicted and your poll numbers go up.
Tensions between the U.S. and Venezuela took an unusual twist yesterday as American authorities seized a plane used by Venezuela's leader and flew it to Florida. CBS's Christian Benavides is in Fort Lauderdale.
Nicolas Maduro's plane is in the hands of the U.S. Officials seized the jet, which was allegedly purchased violating U.S. sanctions. According to the Justice Department, the Dassault Falcon 900EX was initially seized in the Dominican Republic and brought to Fort Lauderdale on Monday.
The U.S. financial system is not the plaything for the corrupt and powerful individuals, and we will enforce OFAC sanctions and money laundering.
The Venezuelan government denounced the seizure, calling the move a recidivist criminal practice.
It's 4 minutes after the hour.
Well, that's today's news, I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 58 degrees in Tracy, California.